All right, welcome to our online classroom. When you first arrive at our Blackboard forum online classroom website, you should see the announcements. These will appear regularly, at least once a week, sometimes 2 or 3 times a week. And when I post an announcement, Blackboard will automatically generate an email that will be sent then to you all. So the email that you receive will be visible here in this part of the website. And I will then, I guess, be a regular presence in your inbox. So I apologize if you find that an annoyance, but it is a good way to keep on track and to remain aware of any new developments in the course, as well as providing reminders about upcoming due dates and that sort of thing. So again, announcements should be the first thing you see. Over here in the left-hand column, we have some of the main components of our course, including the syllabus, which you can access here, clicking on this link, as well as course documents. In this section, essentially what I've included are rubrics and other helpful hints, information about our course assignments. So at the top, for example, have a rubric about leading discussion, including expectations as well as advice, and citation, which is all important when it comes to doing historical research. We'll talk a little bit more about citation in the coming weeks, but suffice to say, it is of supreme importance that you cite your sources correctly and using the Chicago Manual of Style. So there's a link here to the Chicago Manual of Style's quick guide. So you can take a look at that. That will provide, should provide almost all, if not all, of the information that you will need about citing sources. Again, we'll talk about that as we move along. But you can also take a look here. This document from Bowdoin College that is very informative, very useful, and provides a bit of an explanation regarding citing sources, what kinds of citation is appropriate in what cases, and other useful information about citation. And finally, I have my biography here in case you are curious. Just a bit of information about my life and my academic formation. All right, so going back up to the top, again on the left-hand column, we have assignments. And this is where you're going to go to submit your main assignments, which are the book review and the research paper. The book review is graded. The research paper is also graded. The research paper proposal is not graded. The idea is for you to outline what you'd like to write your paper about, and then I will provide feedback and guidance. So it's essentially, it can take the form of an outline or it can have a narrative form. And there's some more information here about crafting that proposal, how to go about it. Going back up, under assignments, you'll find our weekly modules. If you click here, you'll see all the information you'll need for that week, including our objectives and assignments, which will always have a bullet-pointed list of the things that you need to do for that week, which tend to be essentially the same each week. So listen to lecture, do the readings, contribute to the forum, and then provide your weekly reaction statement by midnight Saturday of each week. Below the objectives and assignments, we have our readings. Now, for the first week, you only have a secondary source reading. And also for the first week, you do not have to contribute a reflection paper. That will start with week 2. If you click on this link here, it will take you to our first forum. So our discussion section, essentially, which this week is just about introductions, providing a little information about yourself, what you expect out of the course, and also, a little bit of, if you prefer to share also a little bit of information about your experience with online courses and with using Blackboard, that's also useful. Finally, this week, you'll also need to sign up to lead discussion. As I mentioned before, everyone, each of you, needs to lead discussion at least once. If you want to, you can lead more than once, but certainly you need to lead discussion at least once. So you come to this part of the website, you click on this link here, and it will take you to a wiki page that you can edit. It has a list of dates, and you just need to put your name next to the date that you'd like to lead, or next to the week, rather, that you would like to lead discussion. So looking ahead, week 2, now all the information is not yet posted here, but I have included, for example, a link to the YouTube video, which is optional, but I recommend it. Our primary source reading will be starting with a classic, which is Giorgio Vasari's Lives. And our first discussion questions, which I have posted because I am essentially functioning as the discussion leader for week 2, as I will do for any other week in which there is not a student discussion leader. I will post the first questions. And here then you will have also your weekly reaction statement, which again takes the form of a sort of journal entry. And it's designed to demonstrate that you have done the readings for that week, that you have reflected upon them, and also if you have had the time and the inclination to think a little bit more about the discussions that have popped up in our forum, and to include that in your weekly analysis. Finally, there are a few other useful links here, such as a timeline of the history of Florence. Just makes a good point of reference. And a help link to a Blackboard. It's a forum where you can get live help, also some useful videos about using Blackboard, tips, tools, that sort of thing. Here you can check your grades, which will be made available after the submission date, usually within a week. You can send email to me or to other participants in the course. And again, this is also a discussion link which will take you directly to our discussion board. So here you see week 1, which is course introduction and providing biographical information, and week 2, which is about Renaissance, plural or singular. Finally, every one of you needs to sign the academic integrity statement. So just click on this link here, follow it here, and click that you understand the statement on academic integrity by selecting true. Well, now onto the fun stuff. So after you've gone through the syllabus and listened to this lecture, obviously, you can go ahead and listen to our first thematic lecture, which treats the rise of medieval Florence and the beginning of what has been classically termed the Renaissance in the 15th century.